Hello and welcome back to Xenoblade Chronicles X, where today the goal is to do a couple Affinity missions, a bunch of heart-to-hearts, and probably some green quests besides. And between streams I did admittedly far too much grinding trying to get new appearances for gear. Also, we're on the way to a Mia heart-to-heart, but there's this lobster here. Clip, clip, clop. Do you hear that? The footsteps? Is that death creeping up behind you? Or are they your own steps as you ascend the gallows? Either way, each step brings you closer to your own end. The end begins. Good morning. Good morning. Who are you and what do you want? I am the Blood Lobster, a dead man who crawled his way free from the deepest, blackest pit of hell. But today, I'm also your guardian angel. But first, a game. Do you see that toy in front of you? Pick it up and throw it as far as you can. Hurry now. And if you don't, boom! It's true, it's true. Listen to its heart if you don't believe me. Clip, clip, clop. Do you hear that? The footsteps? Is that death creeping up behind you, or are they your own steps as you ascend the gallows? Well, we were told to huck it. I am the Blood Lobster, Grim Reaper of New LA. You owe your life to me. Humans, Xenos, none of it matters. This rotten ark and everyone on it will end in a wall of fire and pain. No one gets out alive. Do you hear those little heartbeats? I've left 100 of these adorable little presents all around the city. And you're the only one who knows. But if you tell another soul, boom! Uh-oh, I hear Death's footsteps getting closer. I'd start running if you hope to beat me to the bang. As long as you're you, Garnet, the countdown will not stop. Now run, run and suffer. Dance to the mad tune of your own inexorable failure. So, as long as I'm me, does that mean I could go use the... Oh. Ah, I almost forgot to mention something important. I left some of my feisty little babies in places that can only be reached with a skell. If you don't have one yet, it's time to pull up those grown-up pants and get clearance from that idiot commander of yours. That's all for now. The next thing you hear from me will be... boom! Don't keep my little babies waiting. Tick-tock, tick-tock. So yeah, as long as I'm me, the countdown will continue, but does that mean that I can go use the, the remodeling thing and become a different me, and thus stop the countdown? Probably not. Yeah, anyway, we need it to be late night here. Chief! Guess the cat's out of the bag, huh? You okay? Don't worry about me. I'm a full-fledged blade who's trained by the best. By which I mean you, Chief. I guess I can tell you what happened now. I've been on a deep cover operation, super cloak and dagger type stuff. And the client was Sakuraba Industries themselves. They wanted me to snare some group who was trying to steal information about their new weapon. If the information had leaked to a rival company, or worse, one of our enemies, it would have been a really bad scene. We were having our first meeting about the job when you ran into me that night in the residential district. And when you saw me in the commercial district, that was when they were having me steal the intel. The intel was fake, of course, just some sham to give the group that was trying to steal it for reals. And today was the day I sprung the trap and arrested the conspirators. So, what do you think? Pretty neat, huh? Yeah, you did well. Aw, thanks, Chief. I had a lot of support from Sakuraba Industries, but I'm still pretty pumped that I was able to capture the criminals all by myself. This mission has really given me a lot of confidence. I'm gonna keep taking harder and harder missions, and before you know it, you'll have a new rival on your hands. A rival! So cool. Yeah, that's good enough. We got 1 heart from our choices. And now... Ooh, she reached 4 hearts, which means the next heart-to-heart with her will be available. And it requires a cat. Okay, all the ones in the residential district require pets or are with people who do not require pets anymore. Right? Yeah, Bose already had a dog. Cat. But there are heart-to-hearts in here. And honestly, in terms of segment rewards, the heart-to-hearts in the barracks are among the most valuable. Because, like, the barracks has rewards for each of these percentages. But there's only so many segments here. Yeah, that's what? This is 10 segments from this column left, and then another 7. So 17 segments. Each segment is worth more than 5%. But if we're doing heart-to-hearts with not Mia, we do want her in the party. And she is actually the beneficiary of some of the gear grinding I did. I got her the Ultra Infinite medium ground gear to make her a little more golden. Though the arms I'm still using combat because she looks better without sleeves.
I wasn't sleeping.
Hello, Garnet. Forgive my intrusion. I was feeling a bit peckish and hoped there might be something to eat in here. Alas, it appears I was mistaken. Heading out to the commercial district hardly seems worth the bother. Perhaps a nice conversation would sate my hunger instead. So, Garnet, tell me, now that you have some field experience under your belt, what type of missions do you prefer? I mean, if we're being honest, I like installing data probes. But there's no more data probes to install. So I guess learning more about Mira. Interesting. I might have guessed. I would very much enjoy having the freedom to choose missions the way you do. Chasson and Vandam would berate me for saying so, but I often find my role as defense secretary to be a frustrating one. Do you remember when we found that piece of the Lifehold in northern Primordia? It takes at least half a day to get a team organized and deployed. Mainly because each team already has its own missions to take care of. When we need to dispatch a team quickly, we mostly have to rely on blade operatives that have only just returned from a deployment. And that means we have to get all their damaged equipment turned around and ready to go, which is a difficult way to operate. This wasn't the first time we discovered a piece of the Lifehold only to see it destroyed. When first we located it, I was determined to secure it no matter what the cost. I couldn't wait a single moment longer. I pulled in what available blade operatives I could, but the operation was slipshod from the start, and my rash decisions led to their untimely demise. But when your team came to save us, I realized something. A small team of elite blades can respond more effectively to emergency missions than a large deployment. That's why, whenever I long to participate in a field mission, I always turn to your team first. And what do you think about that, hmm? I'm being preposterous, I know. But I do expect great things from you. After all, your team has become the cornerstone of Blade. In any case, I must be getting back to Blade Tower. I believe I just remembered where the Director General hides his snacks. Also, I have Elma at least temporarily all in gold because I can. Oh, hello, Garnet. Sorry about that, I was just lost in thought. Or maybe it's more accurate to say I was getting a bit sentimental. When exactly did this place become my home? When did I grow to love it so? So many unexpected things have happened, you know? And yet, humanity has begun to lay down roots on this planet in spite of it all. I don't know, maybe that's why I feel like my perceptions have changed a little. When I finish a mission and return to the barracks, it really feels like I'm coming home. Yeah, sure. It makes me happy to hear that. Did you know that our floor is unique within the Blade Barracks? Our quarters are larger than those of the other teams, and also come with the biggest kitchen. I've been blessed to be able to share them only with people I trust completely. Nagi and Vandam even allowed me to bring Lin and Tatsu in here despite her age and his, well, him. It was good of them to make all that happen. Yeah, why do you get such special treatment? That's actually a bit tricky. Perhaps once we've secured the Lifehold core, I can take the time to do the explanation justice. Besides, this is no time to reminisce about the past. I know you have missions of your own to pursue. Now let's both get out there and do our best. Alright. I think it's time for an Affinity mission. I believe at least one of the ones in here is doable right now, and they actually both are. Okay. Well, let's do the Lin one.
Mustache Man delivery!
Whew, I am beat. Mind if I relax here a bit?
Sure, just don't make it a habit, okay? We can't have the barracks become your day spa.
Hey, can't a commander stop by now and then to check on how his favorite team is doing? That's why I'm really here, you know?
Mustache Man worse liar than even Tatsu. Real reason for visit is for Linley's cooking.
Oh, the dinner roll ain't as dumb as he looks.
Why, thank you.
Tatsu, I don't think that was a compliment. I'm not sure food helps Mimiosomes with fatigue, Commander.
Comfort food helps everything, Lin. I just need something to take my mind off this weapon R&D work. It's driving me nuts.
Weapon R&D? Can I get in on that, sir? I'd love to help out.
All right. I should have figured this would be right up your alley.
Up my alley? It is my alley!
All right. Let's call it a personal job from me. Frankly, I'd love the advice.
Understood.
Alrighty. You know, it's faster to just see where we're going and then warp straight there without going out the door first. I spy a lobster, but I can't grab it right now.
this a backpack beam cannon?
Prototype for one, anyway.
Ooh. They really crammed the high-output ion capacitors in there.
Not bad, huh? That baby can go a month without needing a recharge.
Huh? That's dumb. You're wasting all its potential.
Lynn.
No, it's fine. What would you suggest, Lynn?
I'd channel that energy into fewer, more powerful bursts.
Why the hell would you need more punch than this?
Because if you push it up another 800 gigs, it'll cut right through the beam coating on ganglion armor.
Sure, but think of the heat something like that would put out.
Well, yeah. You just need to change the conductor material for the barrel jacket.
The barrel jacket, huh? Interesting.
Is all this even feasible?
There'd be a few hurdles, sure, but if we can clear those, it could be big. We'll just have to try it out and see, won't we?
Yeah.
Let's see. I can think of 2 other problems right off the bat. Why don't we have you sort this out with the engineers here, Alan and Brenna? Talk to them. They might have ideas for a workaround.
Yes, sir.
And you may note that I've also got Lynn temporarily in gold.
About the beam cannon project. Is there any way we can push the output up another 800 Gs? I know it's a lot, but if we can manage it, I think we could punch through ganglion armor.
You want another 800 gigawatts continuous output?
Yep.
Well, theoretically, sure.
But what? There's some kind of practical hurdle?
Exactly. More output requires plasma maintained at higher degrees of excitation. That, in turn, requires a more efficient magnetic trap.
Right.
I'd love to see it happen, but Earth's technology just isn't there yet.
Yeah, we're not on Earth.
That's a fair point. It's true that Earth may not have possessed this technology, but Mira could be a different story.
I don't follow.
Oh, I get it. She means xenotech. We've got all kinds of races here on Mira. One of them might have a solution.
Oh, yeah, that makes sense.
What is that?
One of the ganglion skells. We confirmed that this model is outfitted with a high-output beam cannon, and it's almost a certainty that their capacitors are better than ours.
So if we can analyze them...
Right. We might be able to find a solution to our magnetic trap problem.
Come on, guys. We've got a giant laser to hunt down.
Apparently I have already hunted down the giant laser.
Alan, look! We found a capacitor!
Amazing. I have to hand it to the ganglion's engineers.
Will this solve our problem?
Leave it to me. With a mix of their tech and ours, I may even be able to do this one better.
If that's still not enough, Tatsu can loan out secret Nopon technology.
I'll let you know.
One problem down, one to go. About the beam cannon project. Is there any way we can push the output up another 800 Gs? I know it's a lot, but if we can manage it, I think we could punch through ganglion armor.
This is why I hate talking to amateurs.
What? But Commander Vandam said it might be possible if we solved a pair of issues.
What? So I have to explain it because he's too damn lazy?
Hey!
It's Brenna, right? We know your time is valuable, but could you maybe stow the attitude for a second?
Look, this unit is meant for installation on the back of a skull, right?
Right.
Well then, you've got a real bitch of a heat emission problem. I'm just estimating here, but you're probably looking at temperatures of over 400 degrees running from the head to the cockpit block. And that kind of heat will cook your sensors. Oh, and kill the pilot. The back-mounted unit just won't work. And with its size, it's not like you could change the offset position to the arms.
Unless we use different conductors in the barrel jacket. In that case, the large size would actually work in our favor. Here, I made a sketch.
Huh. Yeah, that might actually work. I mean, if we had a conductor efficient enough. But the only ones of this grade are all being used in NLA's central power grid. Can't very well tear that apart to make a new gun.
I guess not.
Yeah, we can get around that problem. I mean, surely the conductors used in the power grid had to be made somewhere and somehow. That means we can make more.
Maybe. There have to be resources here on Mira we've yet to discover. Who's to say one of those can't be turned into a new conductor?
Hey, that's it! We'll just build a new one!
And you expect to just miraculously stumble across this hypothetical material today?
Maybe not today, but that doesn't mean we shouldn't look. I'm not giving up on this.
Hey, look, I've miraculously discovered this new material before today.
Hey, Brenna. Think you can turn this into a conductor?
I don't see anything in the name or description that suggests it should be conductive, but okay.
Dunno. Never seen it before. I'd have to test it, but... yeah, maybe. I'm just shocked you found something.
I can't think of a single blade more passionate or stubborn than Lynn.
I can see that. Guess I look like a real fool now, don't I? I think I just lost my sense of wonder at being in this place, you know? Anyway, I was a jerk. Sorry.
Alright, problem solved. Let's report back to the commander.
Is he in the barracks? He sure is.
Well, I'll be damned. Didn't think you'd solve both problems that fast. You're your parents' daughter for sure, Lynn.
It's true they were both engineering geniuses. But they were beloved by people for their fire and initiative, more than their theories.
Doing the usual pause in the middle of an Affinity mission cutscene because of the music playing. Yeah, we solved both problems very quickly. In fact, we already had the solutions just hanging out in our pockets.
They were heroes for folks in my generation. Can't help but think how much further along NLA'd be if they were still with us.
I'm happy to hear you say that, but that job falls on all of us living here now, Commander. I'm nowhere near their level yet, but I promise I'll keep doing my best.
Just, again, pausing for music reasons. I'm surprised there was such a long pause after what Lynn said, though. Maybe the scene is actually just ending. Yep, it was. But sometimes the music keeps on playing during this, or during the fade out, or during other stuff, so you can never know for sure if you'll be able to pause as it's ending. But yeah, hooray, we got things. Actually, wait. Jose's already needed a pet. Alexa already needed a pet. Arena's at number 5, which means she can't need a pet anymore. Hope's at number 5. Celica needs a pet right now, and everyone down here, other than Bose, needs a pet. Okay. Well, other than Nagi, but he is also at number 5, and therefore will not need a pet. Which means I can officially swap to cat. It kind of annoys me that if you start sprinting, you have to wait until you're at a complete stop before you can start moving without sprinting again. Even if you only move the stick slightly in the opposite direction after waiting for at least some of the slide. Like returning the stick to neutral and then moving slightly in another direction, you still end up sprinting the other way. I love me a tabby cat. Not that Abyssinians or Calicos are bad. In fact, my two cats, one is a Tortie, tortoise shell, and the other is a Torby, tortoise shell tabby mix. And it's the little stripy one who is my lap cat.
Friends have company.
Hey there, Arena. You helping out Elma's team today?
Just finished up, actually.
Well, don't leave yet. I got a job that can use all of you.
What? That tough of a mission?
I don't know if tough is the word exactly. Basically, we got an SOS from a prospector team, and I want you to go follow up. It's from Kiefer and Leland Cole.
I mean, the name of the quest is Fathers and Sons, so...
Makes sense. Same last name, similar face.
Yep, they're a bit of an odd couple, but, well, you'll see what I mean.
You say they're prospectors. I assume they were out on a mineral survey?
Yeah, they're both geologists or something. The kid followed in his old man's footsteps, works as his assistant.
Okay, we're on it.
Let's get moving. Send us the data.
Great, will do.
Way over there, huh? Where's Leland?
Are you the one who sent the SOS?
Yep. Kiefer Cole, prospector. Glad you finally made it.
Where's Leland?
He's inside.
What? Alone?
But big and scary and mean animals inside, too. Super dangerous inside.
Well, obviously. But that doesn't stop New LA from needing a secure source of phlegmtide, now does it? Danger's part of the job.
Who cares about your job? You abandoned your own family in there.
I left because he's family. I finished my part of the job, see? Cole family rule number 4. When the job's done, go home.
Even if it means leaving someone to die?
Well, that's why we called you, right? I'll let you take it from here. I'm heading back to New LA. Good luck.
Hey! What the hell is wrong with you? Get back here! What kind of father?
I know, Irina, but there's no time to worry about that now. We still have a mission to do. Let's rescue Leland.
Yeah, honestly, bit of a jerk move, dude. Hey, buddy, you doing okay?
Leland Cole, right?
That's right, Missy. Who are you?
We're here to save you. Kiefer called in an SOS.
He did what? Wait, did he already head back?
Yeah, and left you behind.
Damn, he must have beat me.
Hey, this isn't some race. He left you to die.
Cole family rule number 4. When the job's done, go home.
Are all you people insane? What the hell kind of family rule is that?
You folks are armed, right?
What? Well, yeah, of course, but...
Good. I still haven't grabbed all the ore in this cave on account of the indigents. Could I get you kids to take care of that for me?
Are you even listening to us?
Cole family rule number 2. Always finish the job, no matter what. Besides, none of this stops New LA from needing a secure source of phlegm tide, now does it?
You are both insane, aren't you?
Fine, we'll do it.
Colonel?
They have their mission, we have ours. If we can offer support, we will.
Yes, ma'am.
I feel like your family rules need to account for more than an individual. So, hey, I get to kill this crab again. I killed this crab many a time in my quest for, fashion gear. Also, I got the final, Heartbreaker achievement.
Nice one, guys.
And therefore, I no longer need to break parts, so I've got my core crusher back. And the rest of this phlegm tide I should be able to grab just because I won't have to actually fight anything. Because they're not tyrants and therefore will not aggro because of the level gap. Also, considering the indigents here, would we really want to call this a secure source of phlegm tide?
Is this enough?
Oh, yeah. That'll do.
Listen, I understand wanting to respect your father's rules, but don't you think...
My father? What would you know about my dear Pappy, Missy?
What? He was just...
Horse feathers! My Pappy's been dead for ages.
What?
Then the man we saw was a
What the hell is going on here?
I'd ask you the same, but not before we skedaddle somewhere safer. I'm heading back to NLA to meet up with Kiefer. You coming?
Wait a sec!
So they're not father and son. Legit kinda surprised there don't seem to be any lobsters around here. Oh, there's one. And how nice of them to point out the lobsters like story collectibles from a distance like that. And nicer still to let us collect them from Skells.
Hey, Pops. Looking good. You get all that phlegm tied all right?
Pops?
Boy, who the heck you think you're talking to? Of course I did.
Thanks for bringing the old man back safely, you guys. How about a drink, Pops?
You're on.
Wait, so... what?
Cole family rule number 1. Every job ends with a cold one.
Not the drink, for crying out loud! You just called him Pops.
Yeah. Something wrong with that?
Yes? I mean, no. I mean, isn't he your son?
So Vandam didn't tell you? Well, that's rich.
Now I get it. A bit of an odd couple indeed. The old bear was messing with us.
Okay, now Tatsu completely lost. Who want to explain to Tatsu?
So how old are you, Leland? Somewhere in your 80s or so?
Hey now. I'm 78 years young, Missy.
What?
So the older one, the much older one, looks considerably younger than the younger one. I'm guessing it's he... Did they swap Mims or something? Like give the wrong Mim to the wrong guy, or did they deliberately choose different Mims, or what? Because, I mean, honestly, I'd think that there would be more cases like this where older people choose younger Mims.
He means inside.
My old man refused to board the White Whale unless he got a younger Mim body.
Hey now. I just wanted a body that matched my mental age is all. Now, how about that drink?
You got it, Pops.
He's 80 and kind of hot. That is so gross.
I mean, if you're thinking about it like that, I guess. Maybe don't consider people's appearances like that, Lynn? Maybe that's on you. I did not know all along. I knew since they started talking just now, but let's play along.
That's right. Also weird.
Actually, this shoots right past weird and goes straight to creepy.
They are definitely an odd pair. I mean, even separate from the whole age thing.
You said it. Leland was ditched by his son and didn't even blink.
And his son ditched him knowing that he'd be okay or whatever, I guess. Yeah. Yeah, I feel like their family rules need to take into account the fact that if you're sent somewhere together, the job's not done until both jobs are done.
Actually, he acted like it was expected.
And he stayed to finish the task in front of him. Sounds like a true blade to me.
Mission or not, abandoning your own kin like that? Hard to see that as a positive thing. Whatever works for them, I guess. Family means something different to me.
Okay. Blade Barracks is at 80%. And the only things we can still do there are story and locked. But hey, we got those research probes. That's nice. In fact, if I look at the various NLA sections, there are a few more probes available if we do more man-on-ship stuff. And residential district stuff. And commercial district stuff. And that's it. So, residential, commercial, man-on-ship. I mean, a lot of this residential district stuff is heart-to-hearts, that's for sure. We do have a quest to turn in on the man-on-ship. I did go get the Gorqua off-stream. It did involve a cutscene where we look at the corpse of Azarubagan and then pick up a Gorqua. And then look at the Gorqua. There was no dialogue. It was all just purely visual. And therefore, I didn't feel the need to reset after having triggered it. Okay, there's a lobster there. Are there any other lobsters hiding on this ship? At least on the outside of it. I don't think so. But I've heard some people complain that at a certain point something happens that makes it so that a lobster on the outside of the ship becomes uncollectible. So I just want to make sure that we do not suffer that fate. And it appears that that was indeed the only lobster on the exterior of the ship. Surprised we were able to drive our skells at least that far in. Wait, Vera, I want to be your friend. Why do you insist on rejecting me? I told you before, I can't stand the idea of someone living their life as a slave to a duty foisted on them. I can't laugh and smile and pretend it doesn't bother me that you're wasting your life, because it does. Please try to understand. But that is my nature and destiny as a Zarubagan. Yet I still find you very favorable, enough to make me want to devoltanize. What do you mean by favorable? And what the heck does devoltanize mean? Look, you don't know anything about me, and I'm sorry, but you're too clingy. It's annoying. Vera. Goodbye, Orleron. Don't come around here again. What do you mean don't come around here? This is the man-on-ship. You don't live here. This isn't your place to decide whether he can be here or not.
Listen.
Thank you.
Oh, it's you. Does this mean you have found a Gorqua for me? Yes, this is without question the legacy of Golbaga. Now I can dedicate my life to my sacred duty. I do not know how to properly express my thanks. Is something amiss? You look confused. Yeah, what was that about? She is a human woman who recently started paying this place visits. I found myself intrigued by her and desired to grow as close to her as I am members of my own race. I tried to approach her on several occasions, but, well, it seems everything I try only drives her further away. Truly, you humans are a complex and opaque people. Yeah, what have you tried? First, I tried to make a gift of some excellent Voltant. She seemed quite shocked. Every day since then, I have traveled down to New LA to profess my affections for her. All for naught, I'm afraid. She is passionately in love with something that she calls freedom. I fear this is a trait I lack. Still, how is it that I can feel so much for her, yet fail to communicate it properly? If only she were as simple as Voltant, then I would know precisely how to treat her. Apologies, I do not mean to complain, but might I be able to hear your advice as a fellow human? I do not intend to change the way I live as a Zarabagan, but nor do I wish to give up on her. Yeah. Ask about her interests. She seems quite interested in Miran ecology. Apparently she came to this ship in search of a Vigent blood sample. Vigent? Whatever. She mentioned wanting to gather something she called DNA from it. Do you think if I gave her the sample she desired, she might see that my affections are sincere? Though I fear that brings me to yet another favor. Could I possibly convince you to collect some Vigent blood for me? I will pay you as much as I am able, both for this and the Gorqua. I know it is an imposition, but I would be most grateful for the help. Okay, here's the blood. Oh, Vera. I never imagined that simply being unable to speak with someone could cause such pain. This is different from the hunger to devoltanize. It is more urgent, keener. My chest feels hot, almost burning, and my breath comes shallow. What is this state I am in? Yeah, sounds like love, though it feels a little early to call it that. Love? What is that? At times, the words from your lips are utterly foreign to me. A special emotional bond two people share? Racing heartbeats? Surging loins? Ah, I should mention that Zarabagan do not share your humans' division into male and female sexes. Do you suppose love is still possible? Though I will admit that my symptoms align closely with those you described. So then, how did your search go? Did you acquire the Vigent blood? Yep, there you go. Ah, this is precisely what she wanted. Thank you. I will take this straight to her. But before I go, could I pester you for one last bit of advice? How should I approach her with this? Yeah, respect her boundaries. Understood. I will be as soft as a downy feather blown on a light breeze. Now, if you'll excuse me, and once again, thank you for all the help. Happy news makes me want to share my own. Hexuna Nebra is bearing my child. Ha-ha! I will finally be father. Yeah, congrats. Thank you, Earth Alien. My child will be proud member of Tree Clan. I cannot wait to see my child's face. Stay strong and healthy, Hexuna Nebra. Basis Wolfen, terrible news. Grandfather Ald Belgazis has collapsed. Basis, he has lost his final battle. Wail of anguish. Ald Belgazis is dead? No. No. He was so strong. Take me to him, Liana. He rests in an open area below. Earth Alien, you helped Namard with his rite of marriage. I ask you to join me. I have a request about grandfather. You want me to feed him to an indigen? Wait, why is it a question mark? That implies we haven't accepted the mission. I guess we haven't. There was no mission accepted there.
Well,
Old Belgazis rests now. He bears look of peace. Nemard is wed now. Maybe this was what he waited for. He always worried about that boy. Yeah, no regrets or whatever. Yes, he was excited at wedding, more than I have seen in many sons. Nemard was unreliable. He was weak, but he gave much to grandfather in end. I wish he could have seen his great-grandchild. Ah, that is right. I have request of you. Grandfather's funeral is soon. You helped with Nemard's wedding. Will you help with this? I want to do it myself, but I cannot. I must stay close to Hexuna Nebra. You must deliver grandfather's soul to greatest of all beasts. Yep, he wants me to feed the guy to a monster. Thank you. Speak to my father to know more. He is Galba Vasago. I will return to Hexuna Nebra. Grandfather would be angry if I do not. Ah, Garnet. My father is gone. Old Belgazis is dead. Well, condolences. It is good. My father has found peace. There is no sadness in this. What? Bassus asked you for help? Yes, he has Hexuna to worry for now. Then go to Oblivia, near kin trees. Start by hunting all Dunad Seculas there. Will you do this? My father was Heart of Clan, also Fist. He deserves to be flesh of great beast. Let us find one after we clear away such weak vermin. Leave it to me. You are good friend. You beat me in combat. You will have no trouble with Dunad Seculas. I leave it to you. Clear area by killing at least 3 Dunad Seculas. Then I will bring my father's body. I feel like there should be a lobster around here somewhere. Greetings, Earth Alien. I hope you tore apart many ganglions since we last spoke. Yep, I have torn many apart. That is much apart tearing, but you are skilled warrior. I expect no less. My team is also on warpath. We roam Mira, claim ganglion heads at every turn. We achieved great victory in Kaldros. Shame Garnet was not there to see it, eh, Trigo? That was not great victory. That was suicide. You charged enemy alone, did not wait for backup. Ha ha ha. You worry like new mother. I would never fall to such weaklings. Enough. What of info we found on their boss? Are you done examining it? Yes. Many soldiers are heading to that area, gathering in holds and fortresses. We will plan attack. Over coming weeks, we have Garnet. She and I storm holds ourselves. What? Madness! Yes, I cannot wait. I have wanted to rampage with this Earth alien for some time. You are both mad. If you must go, Captain, prepare first. We must strike quickly, like Wolfen. You lot prepare for next battle in meantime. Come, Earth Alien, we meet in front of Lotus Keep building site. They gave us cursed gear, controlled my team, injured me. They will pay in blood. Okay, 2 more quests to pick up. And 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 Affinity missions that are still theoretically doable, though I've only found one of the legs for this. At least I think so. Yeah, I don't have the Mimiosome right leg. I mean, I could look up where it is. I'm glad you came as you promised. Allow me to introduce my master, Adolphus. I wish we had the time to share a drink and become properly acquainted, but I fear I must get straight to the point. New rumors of the Celeste 3 have arisen. A group of men are, well, they were keeping a hoard of white gold. These men are no longer alive. Yeah, I wonder why that is. It could be any reason, really. Their treasure, however, remains hidden behind a door armed with a most formidable security system, or so the stories go. And you want to open it. I knew Gabu would find me an astute blade operative, and I am not disappointed. Which brings us to my proposal. You will gather the 4 keys needed to open the door. In return, I will pay you a most fair reward. How does 5 million credits sound? Surely you can spare a little more. It seems we have a businesswoman on our hands. I suppose that's standard operating procedure for this sort of thing. The trading price for white gold is especially volatile, even compared to other rare metals. I expect you're well aware of this fact, yes? I understand your desire to push for a higher price, but my position already has a great deal of risk. This is a gamble we'll need to take together. What I offer you is a 50-50 split, which is more than fair. Take it or leave it. As I said, you will be gathering 4 keys in total. Please begin your search immediately. I await your report and trust it will be good news. When next we meet, I expect it will be in front of the vault door. I look forward to it greatly. I mean, we're only 1 key away. Now, as for the key's whereabouts, I believe I can be of some help. If I am not mistaken, you are in possession of 3 of them yourself. My master is not yet aware of that particular fact, but you need not hide it from me. I selected you for this job precisely because I knew you held them. If you supply those 3, I will supply you with the location of the 4th. A win-win proposal, don't you think? All I ask in return is a portion of your share. I think that a more pleasant option for both of us than for me to attempt to take your keys by force. Yeah, why didn't you tell him, huh? I hope that you will give me your trust, seeing as I am the one who included you in this proposal. My master's trade draws massive profits, but my salary remains a pittance. I require as much money as possible to ease the poverty my people face. And for your part, you stand to receive a fortune for the small effort of acquiring but 1 more key. Now, as for the final key, It seems a blade named Law is in possession of it. He works for a fellow called Wang. I believe their team is currently in Sylvalum on a mission. As a fellow blade, you should have no problem approaching them in the field. Perhaps if you join them in their work, an opportunity to secure the key will present itself. I leave the means to you, though. As far as we are concerned, all that matters is that you acquire it. I wish you great success.
Listen.
For there being 100 lobsters in the city, they sure aren't just all over the place.
Hey, listen.
And apparently the leg we're looking for can be found at this lake. There it is. So one leg was there and another one was like around here-ish. So I guess the guy got pretty far without his legs. Oh, I didn't even see that lobster. She is truly gone. How powerless I am. Hmm? Yes, stranger? Are you a blade, perhaps? Please, I beg of you, do not look at me. My very existence is a mark of shame upon my family. Yeah, what's wrong? It would not be right to speak of this to an outsider. But no, this is not the time for keeping up appearances. I hear that you blades are all formidable warriors. In that case, I would beg a boon of you. Will you bring my sister back to me? I am called Zo Langra. My sister, Zo Zaji, left New LA in order to slay the ganglion assassin who claimed the lives of our brothers. She is strong, my sister. Stronger even than most Rothians, which is no idle boast. But the killer she faces is a monster of even greater power. You know, what sort of enemy are we talking? All who have encountered this assassin have paid with their lives, my 3 elder brothers included. As such, his appearance is known to no one. All we have are the results of his frightful strength. The dastard has made a career of gleefully cutting down Rothians at the ganglion's behest. If my sister is not stopped, she will meet the same end that my brothers did, and vengeance will be none the closer. Please, brave blade, you must calm the rage within Zo Zaji and bring her back to the city. I beg you to save the last princess of the House of Zo. Warrior's eye patch might be an upgrade to the eye patch I'm already wearing. We are tracking this. Thank you, though it shames me greatly to say it. The fate of my house lies entirely in your hands. My sister departed after hearing that the killer whom she seeks had been sighted entering the ant's nest in Oblivia. I ask that you find her before the bright flame of her life is extinguished.
You've got my attention.
Just gonna look on top of all the buildings for lobsters, like this one. Wow, that was a long-range pickup. It was here, and we grabbed it from here. Okay, I am pretty confident we've gotten all the rooftop lobsters in this district. Legit surprised there isn't one up here. In fact, there appear to be none on top of this building at all. On top of things in the residential district. No lobsters playing tennis. There's no lobsters on the church.
Yeah.
Oh, now this is embarrassing.
A fine day to you, my friend. Look at the way this cat is staring at us with such expectant eyes. Perhaps it is aware that it has reached its peak of quality and is eager to be cooked and eaten? Yeah, cats are not food. We wondered why no one else had beaten us to it. It is forbidden to eat cats, categorically. We mean no disrespect, but this human custom strikes us as peculiar. After all, you eat birds, do you not? Of course, we understand why you would refrain from eating Nopon as the prone do. The Nopon are beings that are capable of communicating with us. But neither cats nor chickens can speak. So then, what means do you use to determine which are food and which are not? I mean, it's more than just them being cute. Cats also serve a purpose. They're good at hunting vermin. And they are soft and warm and provide good companionship. And one is on my lap right now, and I would never ever eat her because she is soft and cute and warm and sweet. Yeah, sure. We see. But even that is a highly subjective distinction. Then again, perhaps that is typical of humanity. Well, different strikes for different blokes, as you say. This diversity seems to be one of humanity's defining features. For example, our inventions occasionally have minor defects that may lead to suboptimal user experiences, such as electrocution or severe burns. When we upset a man-on, we give the complainant a pizza and all is forgiven. But humans are seldom mollified by cheese-covered dough discs. Instead, we must listen to each human's grievances and respond individually. It's quite tiresome. But ultimately, humanity is stronger for such diversity. It is what gives you such limitless potential. We would like to learn more about humanity, to witness the breadth of your potential firsthand. Perhaps rearing a cat would give us some valuable insight into this matter. And as you humans say, he who hesitates is a loser. We will speak to Defense Secretary Nagi and ask him to requisition a cat for us immediately. We're actually pretty close to getting 75% here. And it's 75 where we get the probe, right? It sure is. And hey, we're done getting Affinity with Mia. So, time to kick her out of the party. Don't look so surprised, Garnet, and close your mouth before something flies inside it. Yes, it's true. Even I enjoy the company of animals. After slogging around with wretched humans all day, the serenity of a friendly pet is just what I need. Or do you think I should only pet pure-breed cats? I feel like I need another third option that says all cats are good. Well, no, mangy strays fit you perfectly. That may indeed be the right pet for who I am now, but a stray cat would just make me lonely. They're always wandering off somewhere, and when you come home and they're gone, you can't help but worry about what happened to them. I think that's why I'd rather have a dog. Actually, what I really want is a manservant. Yeah, would that help you revive your family name? That's a fine point. Reviving my house means reclaiming our power. Only when we're widely feared and or respected can I truly say that House Effinger has been restored. But I would certainly need servants to attend me. Mark my words, one day you'll be on your hands and knees begging for the job. That would be a sight to see for sure. Anyway, I'll see you around. Toodles. That gave us a little bit less segment completion than I expected. But we do still have a whole bunch available. hello. Yeah, do you like cats? Me? No, not at all. Actually, I despise the wretched creatures. Okay, I guess we're not friends anymore. But they started it. They're always cruel to me. For example, if I were to turn my gaze from this one for even a moment, I know it would leap at me and slash my face repeatedly with its evil, evil claws. Back on Earth, the common house cat, or Felis catus, was ever a nemesis of mine. I'd hoped things would be different here. After all, the Manon and Nopon have different languages, but for some reason we all understand each other. So with that in mind, I was trying to establish a form of meaningful communication with the local cats. It doesn't really seem to be working out, however. Why do you think cats and I aren't capable of understanding each other? Yeah, someday you'll meet a cat you can understand. I suppose that's a possibility. I certainly haven't conducted my experiment on all of the cats here on Mira. One day I may indeed meet a cat who has no interest in using my face for a scratching post. I will hold that hope in my heart throughout my remaining years on this planet. Yeah, generally if an animal does something like that to you, it's because you started it.
Freak.
Like, animals are reactive creatures, generally. Is Col Noir tied up in some quest or something? Or maybe it's a time of day thing. Time of day thing indeed.
Our Over has guided us here.
Excuse me, but may I ask you a question? We're using purified water from the Biano water purification plant to mass-produce Senirapa water. But we don't really know anything about the people who run that installation. I would like to give a token of our gratitude to its employees, but I don't know who I should present it to. If it wouldn't be too much trouble, and if you happen to be acquainted with the staff there, could you direct me to an appropriate representative? Yeah, the person who runs it is Rosie, so Rosie's been the one in charge ever since you started with your Senirapa water processing. I see, so it is Rosie we have to thank for our ability to produce Senirapa water. The plant is located in a dangerous area. I imagine this Rosie could put a large shipment of Orphean Technology's fine arms and armaments to good use. Reciprocity is one of the fundamental principles of alliance. And with this, a favor received shall be a favor repaid. I thank you for your guidance. There we go. Got our probe. Admin, we've got it. Man on ship, we still don't. Residential, we got. Commercial, we still don't. Okay. Interesting. There's an Alexa heart-to-heart in this segment, and yet the segment Recon is not for the Alexa heart-to-heart. It's weird. Because, like, Alexa, I'm pretty sure is not a new character to the Definitive Edition. This is the worst day of my life, isn't it? What am I going to do? Oh, wait, can you help maybe? Wow, I can't believe that actually worked. I guess screaming loudly and looking upset actually pays off, doesn't it? It turns out that I dropped my comm device somewhere and I cannot live without it, you understand? It's pretty much the only way I have of contacting my friends when I want to hang out, isn't it? And how else can I surf Frontier now when I'm bored? Anyway, I'm sure you can see how this is a really horrible situation, right? And look, I'm not going to ask you to find it for me, but do you think you could at least maybe point me in the direction of a good intel dealer? Yeah, go talk to that Nopon.
Wonderful!
That's a Nopon, yes? Good idea. I bet this Cheche character could find my device in no time, right? I'll get in touch with him and see, I suppose. What's that? Cheche's services cost money? How much money? Wait, that much? Nope. Forget it, alright? To pay those kinds of fees, I'd need to get a job. I'd rather be bored than complicate my life with something as taxing as actual labor, if you follow. Hiya, Garnet. Aren't VTOL aircraft incredible? I mean, yeah. You know Matthew the mechanic, right? He calls our VTOL transports V-Trancers. As you might expect, the name hasn't really caught on. When I think of airplanes, I still imagine the old school kind with propellers. My dad had a single prop airplane back on Earth. Every time he used to take me up in that thing, I'd spend the trip praying we didn't die in a crash. Kind of weird to think that I'd never ride in it again. Or I'll never ride in it again. Yeah, at least you can ride in Skells now. Yeah, I guess I'll always have my Oh! I almost said it! Yikes! Tika said that if she has to listen to one more speech about you-know-whats, she's going to have the maintenance center dissect my brain. And even with that, I still can't stop thinking about running my fingers down the chassis of a you-know-what. What if Tika's right? Maybe my brain is broken. Anyway, I'm trying to prove that I can control my obsession and there's nothing wrong with me. But it's pretty hard. Yeah, good on you for trying. Yeah, exactly. That's why I was trying to talk about plain old aircraft. I mean, transports aren't so dissimilar from you-know-whats. They're impressive in their own way, right? Much less impressive, obviously, but they make for a nice change of pace. I mean, kinda. You know, standing here and talking about this stuff is really bumming me out. I think I'm gonna go take a little walk down in the administrative district. Just to get some fresh air, mind you, not so I can look at any you-know-whats out of the corner of my eye. Feels wrong to not get segment recon for doing a heart-to-heart.
Listen.
Didn't think I'd see you here.
Hey, Garnet. Bet you're thinking it's not like me to be found in a place like this, huh? Actually, what I was really thinking is, what is an import shop doing right next door to another import shop? And apparently next to a third import shop. There are 3 importers side by side here. They all say importer and wholesaler. Where do you import from? There are no other countries. This is the only human city. I mean, sure, you can say you're importing from the Xenos, but with the exception of the Rothians, they all live here. You're not importing. There are no imports here. I was about to go out and buy Gwyn some new goggles. His old pair got smashed during a mission. They weren't a big deal to him or anything, but he works hard out there and never complains. Thought I'd get him something to say thanks. Yeah, he'd probably enjoy training with you more than a pair of goggles. Yeah, I'd really rather not. I do try to teach him things from time to time, but when I have to get strict, it gets kinda odd. The guy is way too into that kind of thing. I actually thought he might have some sort of discipline fetish or something. But everyone else seems to think he's totally normal. For some reason, he's only that way with me. I don't know, maybe it's just some little quirk I'm making way too much out of. Anyway, I'm just gonna buy him the goggles. He deserves an actual present now and then. I feel bad that I didn't get my real little brother more presents when he was alive. I think that's why when I see Gwyn working hard, I want to buy him something to show him my support. You know, like a big sister would. Well, I'd better get to it. See you on our next mission. Poor Gwyn getting bro-zoned.
So listen. Ow!
Well... Hey, listen!
How's it going, Chief? This is your kitty cat, right? Oh man, lucky. I wish I had a pet. I've never had one, not even when I was a kid. But I guess there's nothing stopping me now, huh? So what do you think I should get? I like cats. And also, yeah, with you being as scatterbrained as you are, a cat would be much easier to take care of than a dog. Wow, everyone likes a cat. Huh? What do you mean a cat would suit me? Is it because I like playing with yarn? Because I do. But really, who doesn't enjoy a nice ball of yarn? Or is it because of my name? You know, Mia? Meow? All the mechanics used to think I was so funny and to think it was so funny to say, well, Mia, yow, whenever I got angry. Yeah, no, I think a cat is too predictable. Although I guess we'd have a lot in common. Still, I hear that I can't get any pet without official permission first. You've done all sorts of great things, Chief, so you probably didn't even need to apply for permission. But old Mia is starting from square one. That means I have to complete 1,000 blade missions and own a house. And that just gets me an interview. Not to mention that this little kitten is a state-of-the-art precision piece of machinery. These things cost more than a car, right? I probably can't even afford one. You know what? When I feel lonely, I'm just gonna come bug you at your floor of the barracks and ask to pet your cat. Be seeing you, Chief. Probably more than you'd like. Alright, got the probe. So I believe that just leaves man on ship. Yep. Alas, we don't really have many unlocked options for here. So I'm willing to bet at least one of these locked ones is a heart-to-heart that we just haven't reached yet. So there should still be one more Mia heart-to-heart, right? Or was that number 5? Actually, the segment recon should tell us, right? That was number 4. So there should be one more somewhere. I mean, it's possible that it's not in New LA. Not likely, though. Not seeing it. Surely there's one more, though. Maybe it only shows up after Chapter 12. I guess if we're trying to potentially get people to have a heart-to-heart on the man-on ship, we should focus on people who aren't at number 5 yet. Like, who knows? Maybe Bose decides to go have a heart-to-heart up there, despite being a xenophobe.
Check there.
Bose is here in the morning. Is that you, Garnet? I'd not expected to encounter you here. When I'm not on duty, I come here to meditate. I set my entire being to the goal of finding wisdom, but such a thing is not so easily attained. Yeah. I'll take that question to mean, how did you end up becoming so strangely pious? My religious journey began many decades ago, on my first mission as a platoon leader in Asia. Led astray by bad intel, my platoon was isolated in the jungle and eventually overrun. A girl from a nearby village found me at the brink of death and saved my life. And there I learned the most wonderful lesson. It began with learning how to make a basic rice porridge. It's a simple but powerful food, and one with the power to change lives. It certainly returned me to life. But what happened after that, you ask? On the 22nd day after my platoon was ambushed, they came for me. Just as I finished saying my farewells and the helicopter lifted into the air, it was hit by a rocket. And so it wasn't until the 49th day that I was finally reunited with the Army. And after that... And that's how I came to be here. Admittedly, I omitted several decades there, but I believe I was able to convey the gist of it. If you'd like to know more, come speak with me again. Next time I'll fill in a few of the blanks. I shall await you, O Seeker of Knowledge. Okay, so we were there for 1 hour, then 2 hours, then 3 hours, then 24 hours. So we just had a 30-hour conversation with the man without even attempting to stop him from talking. Excuse me, ma'am. May I help you with... Oh, you must be the woman who wanted to arrange a memorial service here at the cathedral. You're not? Oh, I see. Forgive the confusion. Someone came by the cathedral with that request while I was away. But the person who took the message forgot to get the visitor's name, and no one seems to know who it was. I was hoping to hold the service as soon as possible. I would be remiss if I failed to do everything in my power to ease the suffering of the bereaved. If you don't mind my asking, as a blade who travels widely throughout the city, might you be able to surmise the identity of the bereaved? The only information I have is that this person runs a restaurant in the commercial district and recently lost a son. I think that's Pauline? But hang on a sec. I don't want to get this wrong. Yep. Wait. I think Pauline is in fact correct. But I guess I need to look more into it. Yeah, Pauline... Yeah, she lost someone who was like a son. We got the locket for her and whatnot. And... yeah, Yeah, it's Pauline. You say Pauline is mourning the loss of a regular named Bobby who was like a son to her, and you recently reclaimed Bobby's personal effects? Yes, that makes sense. Thank you very much. I shall prepare a fine memorial service for Bobby in hopes that it might bring some measure of solace to Pauline. Of course, the best way to heal the pain of a loss like that would be to reclaim the Lifehold core. Then all of our fallen could return in their mortal forms.
Really?
Damn it. Get out of here, you filthy little furball. You ate all my goddamn jerky. This is exactly why I hate cats. Oh, sorry if I was rude to your pet there. I'm just a dog person, you know? And say, if they can make mimeosomes of dogs, why not make one with the brains of a military dog? Slap some armor on it and let it explore Mira with us. Its sense of smell would be way better than ours, so it'd be perfect for chasing down prey. And unlike most of the worthless humans around here, I wouldn't go running away, or it wouldn't go running away with the first sign of trouble. Well, what do you think? Yeah, sounds like a decent plan. Right? Back on Earth, I had a foxhound. Bog was afraid to even get near him, of course, but me and that dog were completely inseparable. That old boy is long gone now, but I'd sure love to take a dog hunting again one day. But you don't want to hear me get all sappy about that. Anyway, I'm gonna go ask Daddy Vandom if I can take a dog with me on deployment. He'll probably figure out I've been drinking and dress me down good, but I'm going anyway. Wish me luck, Garnet. $555. Bog is our only hope in this district for getting someone to go to the Manon ship.
Look at the stars.
Oh, hello, Garnet. What you doing? I've been counting ants. Bose told me that when he meditates, he focuses his thoughts on a single thing. I decided to focus on counting ants. Much to my surprise, it has proven to be a profound experience. These ants are every bit as resilient as the ones back on Earth. There wasn't a single ant on the white whale, and yet Mira's ants have already found their way here and managed to construct a nest. And now these tiny creatures live in this giant city. Ants are pretty neat. I too find myself rooting for these ants to survive. I'm glad you feel the same way, but thing is, you stepped on 5 of them when you came over to talk to me. Oops. Okay, so Fry, Fog, and L all have the potential to go to the Manon ship, though L has already had a heart-to-heart there, so he probably is not as likely. And we know Celica's 5th heart-to-heart is going to be there, so doing her 4th here isn't really going to help much, is it? I guess what we should do, if we want to get that Manon ship stuff done, is actually do the stuff. So that would be this one, and then another one somewhere else. It always bugs me a little when they make me park my Skell so far away from the actual fast travel point.
You won't stop us. I'll assist you however I can. Got it. Now follow up with a melee strike. I'm helping with my own. I'm not panicking. We can boost walking through Stream Edge.
Yeah, we're on top of this now.
Yes.
Suddenly, helicopter. All are gone? Good. Now we wait for Great Beast. Then we offer up my father's body. Looks like we're offering it up before waiting for the beast. Once Orivis arrives, we lay Ald Belgazis to rest. It comes! My father's spirit calls it! Ald Belgazis, your life spirit was watched over by Great Belgazis. Now be with Orivis in death. Become its flesh, become its blood, then fly across Mira. Prone returns souls of departed to beasts. Then soul and beast watch over new lives born into clan. Grandfather will be pleased to have joined noble beast. Farewell, grandfather. What is that? Everyone look, something comes! Hey, Jakul is eating the Orivis, huh? Garuda Jakul, why is such thing here? It comes closer. Get back. Scatter.
They've spotted us. Even in the dark.
Do I have to kill it?
I know you'll pull through.
I mean, I guess I have to kill it.
I am
But it just killed the Orivis, so... What does this mean for your people and their funerary rites? And why are there Cavern Clan here? Interruptions aside, rite is complete. My father was claimed by Giant. He will be pleased. Yes, what is it? You seem lost. Do our ways confuse you? No, I'm just curious what it means if the thing that he got fed to is immediately killed, and then the thing that killed it is also killed. So, like, I don't want to express doubts, but I am just curious. We live with beasts, die with beasts. It is natural. Perhaps it is only strange to Earth aliens. It is simple. Beasts sustain us in our lives. In death, we become meat to show thanks. Oh, this means next child will inherit name Jakul. You should be one to tell Bazis of this. He will weep tears of joy. But you told him to fly across Mira. He's not flying nowhere. This is what I'm curious about. And there was that. Okay. This hold will do to start. Have you ever stormed one? I've stormed this specific one before. Then you need no explanation from me. I will say only this. Most Ganglion fortresses are controlled by captain and vice captain. Kill both in one pass and chain of command falls. So I have proposition for you. I kill one of them, you kill other. Whoever has fastest time wins. Fun, yes? Now we will know which of us is greater warrior. Yeah, it's not a game. You are crazy. Nothing more fun than battle to death with deserving scum. Do not be kitten mewling for mother's milk. Fight with me. Let contest begin. I will strike hold first. You wait there. Captain Slavity works fast. Do not blink or you will miss show. I broke Captain in two. He struggled longer than expected. 5 minutes. Still not bad time. Can you defeat Vice Captain faster? We will see. Now go, tear him to shreds. With how quickly time moves, technically we will not be faster. Because 5 minutes have already passed. But in terms of the actual fight, we'll be way faster.
They've spotted us. Make them count.
Impressive.
Back already, and Vice Captain is dead. Yep. Huh, you beat my time. This round is yours. Now for rematch. This time I take second in command. You crush Captain. That is only fair. I will go ahead. Begin scouting. You follow. Do not keep me waiting. And where are we going now? Over there. Ah, here at last. I scouted Fortress. It will be tougher than last one. All more fun. Added flavor to spice up little race. Yeah, sure, whatever. Then why wait? Let Rampage begin. I was right to invite you along. I smelled bloodlust. Now head inside. Crush Vice Captain. I will be faster this time. Ha, this time I have you beat. 3 minutes, top that. I'll be here. You go tear Captain limb from limb. Way out there, huh?
They've spotted us.
Up goes the metal. Make them count.
Impressive.
Your grin says job is done, and faster than me. Being beaten is strange feeling, new feeling. That would sting if I weren't having fun. I can take on anything with you, topple any fortress, and even Cavern Clan's Scabland fortress. I had planned to end day here, but this is too much fun to stop now. One more stronghold, let's do it. You sure you want to push your luck? I do not care. We are doing this. I will go on ahead. You come after. Do not make me wait. Fine. Earth alien, I was just scouting hold and found treat. It is Magizia, woman who attacked us before. I am sure, way of speaking, infuriating attitude, all just like voice I heard through gear. But did you not kill her? Yeah, maybe it's an artificial body. You are wise, that may be true. So this time we leave no scrap intact. Then she never comes back. This will be my fastest time yet. Forgive me if I forget to leave any for you. Ha ha! So, you are Garnet then? A friend to this fool Slavity? I am the youngest sister in the Magizia series. MG068 Magizia, to be exact. I'm speaking to you through that insufferable prone woman's comm device. Do you understand what this means? No? Then let me spell it out for your little human brain. Come to me now, or she dies. Do hurry, little insect. You killed my sister, after all. I would hate for you to be late to your own execution. Thought you would flee, little insect. But now it's time to atone for murdering my sister. I've placed a time bomb on your idiot friend, Slavity. Her death will come in 5 short minutes. Oh, but do not pity her, for she will not go alone. I will see to your execution as well. Laughter. Now share in your final experience together. Suffer and die in penance for your crime. Thank you for playing Uncontrollable, game. It's a great theme.
Seems we've been found out. What now? If you truly must run, have a little break. I'll stop you cold in your tracks.
Bomb is removed. I am saved. Damn her. It must be holdover from cursed gear. As soon as I saw her, my body turned traitor. You had to save me again. I am filled with shame. Yeah, maybe don't go rushing in alone anymore. I failed to defend myself, caused you hardship. I will cease rampages for a while as punishment. But once I am stronger, rampages will begin anew. I will return to New LA and start training regimen from hell. In meantime, take this as thanks. I hope to challenge you again someday. I will not lose next time. This is promise. Looks like we're gonna need to do 2 things on the man on ship to actually reach 75%.
Hey.
You see?
Good. She is here. My daughter is born. My beautiful wife has given me girl. She refused to come out past head at first. Doctor said she might not survive birth. But Hexuna found surge of strength, finished it. Grandfather helped. I know it was him. Yeah, sure. Thank you, Grandfather. And what of Grandfather? Did you offer up his body to Beast? He became flesh of Garuda Jakul. My daughter will inherit name fit for legend. Children of Prone inherit name of closest soul that has returned to Beast. Souls have departed, and Beast then watch over them. Ha ha! My granddaughter has strongest great-grandfather and fiercest Beast. I will raise Helna Jakul to be strongest of Prone. This I swear. Oof, looks like we might actually still need 2 more. When none are available. Oh well. I think it's time for another Affinity mission. And considering we've had Celica in the party for a while and she's going to stay in the party whenever possible, let's go ahead and do hers.
That's crazy.
You seem to be working hard, Rock.
Hi, Celica. Hi, everyone.
We were in the area, so we thought we might drop by to say hi and see you in action.
Thanks. I really love my job. I don't have to feel scared, and everyone seems to appreciate what I do.
That sounds great! Tatsu's still looking for a workplace where unique talents will be appreciated.
Can you all wait a few minutes? It's almost my break.
Of course. We'll just hang out here and watch.
Gosh, it feels funny having an audience.
Hey, Rock! Can I get a hand over here?
On my way!
Seems like he's having fun.
We have the Director General to thank for getting him this position.
Yeah, I guess we do.
Look out! Rock! Get back!
Hey, are you alright?
Oh no!
Those beams would have crushed me if Rock hadn't stepped in.
Ow!
Are you hurt?
I'm gonna have a huge lump on my head.
Just lump? Rock's head made of rock too?
Thank goodness.
This is gonna put the whole project on hold.
Beams are shot, boss. They're all bent to hell.
I figured as much. Well, that's the day. Go on home, boys. And don't bother coming in tomorrow.
Huh? When should we come back?
Beam's gotta be recast. That means waiting for fresh ore. You go see the doc on your way home, Rock. Got it?
Yes, sir. I'm really sorry.
For what? Not your fault at all, big guy.
Need help finding a doctor?
Oh, I don't need one. It's really just a bump. The foreman's just being nice.
It's nice of him to look out for his team like that.
Yeah, I'm just sad there's nothing I can do for him.
Yeah, there's no reason you can't help.
Hey, I guess you're right. Maybe I can do something to get us up and running again.
Why was the project put on hold?
The beams are hardened with a special ore known as erosium. But sadly, their erosium supply has run dry.
Erosium is a pretty rare mineral, too.
Until they acquire new ore, it seems the construction project will not be able to proceed.
This sounds like job for Nopon. Nopon are masters of trade. Some Nopon somewhere know where to find erosium. Tatsu guarantee it.
That's actually an excellent idea.
Thank you, Tatsu.
Wow, you're actually useful sometimes.
Lindley finally noticed?
All right, let's start asking around. Celica, if you'd join us?
Of course.
Listen.
All right. Apparently we need to start with the Nopon in the city, huh? Just going to ignore my scales being in the street. There's no collision on cars in this city anyway, so it's fine. There's a lobster over there.
Wait till you hear this.
Well.
And a lobster over there. I spy some information with those Nopon.
Step right up.
Dorian Caravan is where they get their Nopon. Or not their Nopon, their erosium.
Oh, ho, ho, ho! Greetings and welcome to Dorian Caravan. Something troubling, friends? In search of rare item, perhaps?
Yes, actually. We're looking for erosium, and heard we might find some here.
Erosium? Yes, Dorian Caravan trade in erosium.
Yay, we did it, Celica!
Wonderful.
Friends always this impatient? Listen to whole answer. Caravan trade in erosium, yes, but erosium fresh out of stock, sorry.
Ah, crud.
Well, that's a problem.
And it means poor Rock will have to wait.
No, no, beautiful lady, no crying, please. Ah, fine, fine. Mujiji cannot stand to see such display from such beauty. Just this once, Mujiji share his source as special exception.
Really?
Mujiji never go back on word.
Oh, thank you.
Friends, listen well. Nearby is strange place with big rocks floating in air. Erosium is mined from floaty rocks.
Understood. We shall go there at once.
Friends, be careful. Floaty rock zone also home to bitey critters. Not safest place around.
We understand.
So I panned the camera up because, yeah, right up there. Why am I flying up? I can just warp up. That'll be faster. Use less fuel, too.
I'd say that's enough to get the project back on track.
Thank you all so much for your help.
You really would do anything for Rock. Wouldn't you, Celica?
Rock is like family to me. Nothing could be more precious.
But Rock say something before. About how Rock and Ganglion do terrible thing to Celica's village. Celica not mad at Rock about that?
Tatsu, that is so inappropriate.
I didn't realize he had spoke of this to you.
I'm sorry, Celica.
Oh no, it's perfectly all right. It just means he trusts you all enough to share. You see, rock was created by the ganglion to be a living weapon. When they attacked my village, his kind killed so many people. But something awoke in Rock that night. He took me and ran. He saved my life.
That's amazing.
That's why you were so passionate about Rock not fighting.
Yeah. Good job being considerate or whatever.
I couldn't agree more. And it's thanks to that kindness that Rock's found a way to live his life in peace.
You're all so sweet.
Rock waiting back home, right? Team should deliver Erosium ASAP. Then Rock can get back to work.
Right.
Oh.
Look!
Do I have to fight this Balena? Please let it hang out
Get ready.
close enough for me to do ground combat.
They spotted us.
Almost every one of these I've had to fight has flown high enough that I couldn't melee it, but thankfully this one seems to be an exception.
That was rather close.
No sense hanging around here. Let's get back to New LA. All right, let's do it. Good time to listen.
If we weren't level 80, we would have been forced to fight this thing anyway. And with its belly being so glowy, I just felt like maybe it would be worth it. There are containers on this island. Or are there? There it is. How to get in there? Looks like maybe... Definitely not. The fact that this is inside a cloud is making visibility not amazing. I don't see a way in. Ah, that'll be it. Oh, look at this tiny duo gill. So we've got a little heart pond here. I'm surprised this isn't a scenic vista place.
That's crazy.
Oh boy, we got
that's
music.
Erosium! And so much of it, too! Thank you, Celica.
Oh, it wasn't just me. Everyone helped.
Thanks, everyone.
You're welcome, Rock. Just, can you please stop playing this music? Like, I really wish that more games would have streamer modes where they'd replace the music that will get you copyright claimed. It would be very considerate. The worst part, though, is that the music that gets copyright claimed in this game is music that was written specifically for this game. Which just feels wrong that that can get copyright claimed.
Forget about us. You've got some ore to deliver to your boss, right?
Right.
Please stop the music.
Rock! You went out and got us a fresh supply of Erosium?
No, he didn't.
Not me, sir. Celica and my friends were the ones who found it.
Yeah. And we know where it comes from now, and we can steal all that business from the Nopon.
That's mighty kind of you, miss.
Will this allow construction to proceed?
Sure will. We'll start first thing tomorrow.
All right!
Here's something else, miss. You never told us your friends were so amazing, Rock.
Yeah, it's really annoying how many Affinity missions end up playing these copyrighted tracks. Really annoying.
Well, that's a job well done. Good work, guys. It's nice to see those two in such good spirits, too.
Am I having learned 0-0 just now? Actually has some value. Because I think this is a decent one. I spent all my BP upgrading skills that I don't even use. I could go unupgrade them. But I think I might be better off ditching Sliding Slinger for 0-0. Because it's more hits and way more TP gain. Sure, it has to be in a melee combo, but that just means use True Stream Edge first and then go into 0-0. And you get a bunch of TP. Yeah, I think that's worth it.
got his legs and his left arm. All we gotta do now is hunt down his head and body. We're almost there.
He also has a right arm. Yeah.
Yeah, this is gonna sound kinda creepy, but I have it. Day of the crash, I watched his skull get caught in that blast. Figured I'd never see him again, you know? But when I woke up after blacking out, his arm was on top of me, like it was shielding me from harm. Talk about overprotective, right, Pard? I can't believe a guy like that would leave me behind. He couldn't have. Please, you gotta help me find him. I need this. Not like we'll be going in blind either. If we triangulate from where the other parts turned up, we can narrow down the search.
Yeah, sure, let's do whatever.
I owe you one. Oh, come on. He's waiting out there. We can't leave him all alone. Let's go ask Eleanor if she can calculate where you might have come down. Hey.
Why do you always load in so much later than everyone else, Eleonora?
What's wrong, Yelv? You seem tense today. I mean, more than usual.
Stow the chit-chat, lady. I need you to drop whatever's going on and do me a solid. I'm gonna give you 4 sets of coordinates, yeah? You work out whatever pattern you can to try and lock down a 5th.
Oh? Is this about your friend's body that you two have been looking for?
Ah, for the love of clams, you told her about that?
I haven't told a soul.
Oh. Yeah, I should have known. Sorry, Pard. Didn't mean to get all accusey there. Guess you've been digging up dirt, eh, El?
Staying informed is my job, Yelv. I know everything about everyone. Now don't be mad, but I've already crunched the numbers. The Frontier Nav probes you installed gave me all the data I needed.
Man, you really are a snoopy little snoop, ain't ya? Still, I guess it's okay just this one time. Thanks, El.
All part of the job. I'll send along the precise coordinates later, but it looks like your friend is waiting for you over in Oblivia.
Hell of a place for a nap. Still, whatever. Let's get cracking. We'll slap that lazy so-and-so awake and drag his worthless butt back to New LA. He's gonna feel this one all right. Get ready to hurt, pal.
Yeah, he's just been hanging out with no arms and no legs. In the middle of Oblivia. Surely he is fine and just waiting for us to slap him awake. I've been in here before. How would I not have found it?
Should be around here, based on the coordinates. Hey, look! Is that a person? I knew it! He's alive! He stuck it out here all on his own!
With no arms and legs.
Careful? Careful of what? Wait. That's... Oh, crap! Look out!
It didn't have to be like this.
Let's get ready to set, go!
This is... It's the rest of him, but he's...
I'm sorry, but you should have seen this coming.
Don't. I don't deserve that. Not after running from reality all this time. He's never coming back.
Until we find the life
We were
hold.
together from the start. But now it's just me.
Until we find the life
alone.
hold. Until we find the life hold.
Right. Sorry about that part. I know I got you. And I'm sure he's more relieved than anyone to know it. He always did like to worry. And I'm sure I gave him plenty of cause. But that ends today. I've got to be strong so he can stop worrying. Wherever he is.
In the life
If
hold.
he's really gone. The least I can do is lay his body to rest. Come on, Pard. There's work waiting for us. Can't stand around forever. The debris we reclaimers find are treasure troves. I found mine, but the others back in New LA are probably waiting on theirs. We ain't done till every single memento of Earth is back in their hands. Hell, it's what he'd be doing if he were still here to do it. What do you say, Pard? You and me, side by side, till the last bit of wreckage is found.
Yelv, your bud can come back once we find the life hold. That's kind of the thing.
Yes, that's correct. Despite early concerns, the implanted memories have proven stable.
Hmm?
Personality has also taken hold, thanks in part to a third party's help. If we use this master copy as the preset for the J-bodies in production... Yes, understood. Proceeding with Phase 2 of the project.
So we've been partnered with a fake Yelv. I forget whether they actually go anywhere with this. Okay, we've got 2 more Affinity missions that we can do. And apparently there's a Affinity 4 Yelv heart-to-heart there, which means there's a 5 waiting for us afterward. Maybe he can take us to the man on ship.
What?
Hey, Garnet. Yeah, I know what it looks like, but I wasn't brooding. I was just thinking about how the odds of my friend being alive at this point are basically 0. I feel like we were supposed to do this before we just did that Affinity mission. But that don't mean I'll never get to see him again. When we get his real body back, maybe I can, right? So I just gotta be patient. Yes, exactly. Thanks. I don't know when or how it happened, but somehow searching for him had become my entire life. Time to goddamn well give up and move on, you know? I have other friends now, fellow Blades. Anyway, I'll be okay. Yeah. Anything to do with her? Eleonora, why are you dragging her into this? Look, she's been really supportive of me, in her own kind of way. She kept the tough assignments coming, so I didn't have to spend so much time with my own dark thoughts. Not that she'd ever let me know that was why, but I could hear the concern behind her barbed comments. She's become someone important to me. Kind of like you, I guess. Yeah, he's not going to the man on ship. In fact, he's right there. Well, instead of doing another Affinity mission right now, let's go over here and see about that new eye patch. Why have you come here, human? I am busy. State your business or be on your way. Hey, your brother sent me. Meddlesome whelp. His concern comes from a place of kindness, but I will not be moved by the words of a weakling. If you wish for me to listen, go to the Jair Fortress and slay Siphon Kumuva and Vanitas Satyr. And move swiftly, I will not abide here long. Further discussion can continue after you're done. Okay, so this is them right here, huh?
Be like this.
If we truly must find melee attack.
Very nice. It didn't have to be like this.
I have done it and been quick about it. Well, have you slain Siphon Kumuva and Vanitas Satyr? I see. It seems Langra did not send a total amateur. You should serve as a suitable warm-up before my fight with the ganglion assassin. Draw your weapon. If you would drag me back home, you must do so by force. And do not hold back, for the last princess of House Zhou will not be easily tamed. Hang on a sec. Okay, yeah, it doesn't matter. Yeah, fine. You show spirit, but do not think you can stop me. I shall not lose to you or him, and until I have justice for my fallen brothers, I will not be defeated.
It didn't have to be like this.
How about I get you that justice?
Make them count.
No, this is not possible. I lost? You. Who are you? You fight with the strength of my brothers and perhaps more. Yeah, your lack of skill is gonna get you killed. Let me do it. And you claim this battle proves so? But I will not give up. I cannot. I shall train and grow strong enough to crush him and you. I will return home for now, human, but one day vengeance will be mine. And not just upon him. I will carve all of the ganglion, limb from limb. Really, just tell me who you're after. I can go take care of it. You'll have your vengeance. You just won't be taking it yourself. I spy lobster.
Finally done.
Thank you, warrior. It is because of you that Zaji returned home safely. I must confess, I am impressed to hear that you bested her in single combat. Were my brothers still alive, I am certain they would have welcomed you as both friend and rival. Yeah, sure, whatever. Wherever they now rest, I am sure they are pleased to hear it. I, too, must work hard to become a warrior worthy of their acceptance. I shall strive to reinvent myself as a warrior, fit to protect my sister and avenge my brothers. I ask that you accept this in the meantime, as heartfelt thanks from the House of Zhou. Okay, so if this eye patch has the skills that I think it does, it might well be an upgrade. Because we've been using this specifically for Appendage Crusher. And yeah, that's got Appendage Crusher, which, I guess... Nope, it's actually a downgrade. Okay. That's a shame. That's a real shame. Let's turn in these other quests that we've got ready for turn in. Because you never know when one of them might chain onto the man on ship.
Oh.
Hey, Amui, you still chasing that legendary sword? I keep telling you, it's high time you dropped the dreams and took on a legitimate job. I can... Ah! Perhaps friend will stop nagging Mui once he sees... this! Go on, other friend. Hand Sword of Legendariness over to preachy old man. What in the... It's a far cry from most of the Nopon stuff we see, I'll give you that. Probably fetch a high price. Real high. Where in the hell did you dig this up? Silvalum. Silvalum? And just what were Nopon doing in a place that dangerous with this thing? Who or what were they fighting? This could unlock a whole new area of study. It might be the key to all sorts of discoveries about Mira. Fantastic work, Mui. That's the best curator find we've seen in weeks. Right? Right? Brenda's now welcome to shower Mui with respect and adulation, and also money. All right. Here you go, buddy. This search has been rough on your little bro, so make sure to take care of him, all right? Oh ho ho ho! This will buy mega feast. Come on, Moi will have the party ready and waiting at cafe by now. Hurry up, friend. Mui is liable to shrivel up and blow away if dinner not served soon.
Fabulous.
Nice work out there. I'll take that memory module off your hands. Perfect, thanks. Oh, and Commander Vantum was really interested in that data sample you sent on ahead. He's been super impatient for you to get back with the rest of it. Seems he's ready to call this a historic find, even before the analysis comes back on the contents. You unearthed real treasure this time. Well, according to him anyway. Oh, but don't bother asking for a bonus. Won't happen. Blade contracts are extremely strict, you know. But it's for the good of the city, I suppose, and for us Blades by extension. Makes it harder to complain when you think of it like that, Still possible, mind, but harder. Still, no sense wasting time and social capital whining about the little things. Not when there's big jobs with fat rewards waiting to get done. There's something about risking it all for that high-stakes payoff that just gets the blood pumping, you know? Adventure makes me hot and bothered. No lobsters up here. Ah, you return. I was just stewing in my shame at the presumption of asking for help in such a personal matter. Have you the knife, perchance? There you go. Many thanks. I apologize again for the trouble. Now I can finally begin what I set out to do. It is time. Time for my ears to come off. Yeah, don't. No, what are you doing? Why are you interfering? This is my business and my mind is set. Ow! Ow, ow, ow! All right, enough! Honestly, did you have to use force? It seems a little extreme. Answer extremity with extremity. It's how it works. But very well, I shall put down the knife. Just let go of me. I'll cut these damnable ears from my head and be reborn a woman to respect. These ears, these cute, round, fluffy ears, have plagued me all my life. Damn the both of them. My kinsfolk mocked me for them relentlessly, and fear of anyone seeing them gradually drove me to reclusion. Lately, I am unable to face anyone. Even on the field of battle, where the measure of a Rothian is taken, I was ever distracted by thoughts of others seeing my ears. Unable to train with others, my skills as a warrior have been in steady decline. They are more stigma than skin, human. These ears are shackles that bind me fast. Yeah, I'll give you special training. Also, you can wear a helmet. Special training? Yes, I suppose I have allowed my anxieties over my ears to overwhelm me. I have grown meek. It might do me good to forget all of that and lose myself in training. Very well, if it is not too much of an imposition, I will take you up on your generous offer. I shall make my preparations and meet you outside of the city. I ask that you join me there once you are ready. I've made up my mind. If I am to do this, I will do it right. A thorough retraining from the foundation up. I will see you outside. Farewell. I have awaited you. Let us begin immediately, if it please you. Needless to say, you should grant me no quarter. I shall be fighting as if this were real combat. I ask that you do the same. Are you prepared? Then here I come. I feel like I would have preferred to do this in a place where we don't have to listen to the droning of this probe. I'm unsurprised. Unsurprised, but impressed. If I may ask, are you the human blade who defeated our prince, Gajarg? No, forgive me. Past battles have no bearing on the one we just fought. To use them as excuse is proof of my own weakness. I was entirely outclassed. Though I do feel there was much to learn from the way you fought, and I shall endeavor to do so. I wish to keep these sensations fresh in my memory. What say you to another match using Skells? I would like to try taking what I gleaned from the last bout and applying it to Skell combat. That said, this is no place for large-scale combat. We would first need to travel some ways out. Will you favor me with another match? Okay, but can I not use a Skell? Like, you can be in your Skell, but I would prefer to do ground combat, if I'm honest. I'm kind of significantly more powerful on foot. You sure you want to do this with these birds around? Permit me to apologize for dragging you all this way. I asked for this sparring match precisely because you are the greatest warrior I know. I shall consider this match a crucible and test. A way of determining whether I have the potential to remake myself as a fighter deserving of respect. As before, I desire that you show me no mercy. Nothing would make me happier than for you to come at me with all the intensity of real combat. Now, on guard! Oh good, we're allowed to do ground combat. There we go.
Very nice.
Even got a bonus bird or two. I cannot say the result is unexpected. Regret burns me to my core, and yet there is more. It is almost as though I feel relieved. Perhaps it is proof that I'm still soft inside. Yeah, sure, whatever. You did great piloting that Skell for almost a second. I am? I do feel more at home in the cockpit than in ground combat, that is true. Well, I am thrilled to hear that I at least kept you on your toes. And though it shames me to admit it, there is a part of me that needed to hear as much from you. No. Putting it that way still focuses on the negative. Your help has given me confidence and knowledge both. Thank you. I apologize for taking so much of your time and effort, but I feel that meeting you has shown me a new path forward. Where it leads remains unseen, and I would be lying to say I walk it without fear. But I have just enough courage to try. It was you who sparked that within me. I am thankful for our meeting. It will take time, but I swear to you that I will become a worthy Rothian fighter. I hope we can meet again when that day comes. Until then, let us part on that promise. Be well, friend.
Listen.
So tasty, so happy. Well, what is going on? Why has party already started? Ah, Mui, Brother Pawn. Moi was so hungry that he started in on food tiny bit early. But Mui just collected heaping mountain of cash so we can keep ordering more. Yeah, this can be how you repay him. True, Mimui never could have come so far without help of Brother Pawn. And all this questing could not have been easy on poor Moi. Friend is right, Moi need not need to apologize. Plus, now that Mui is fabulously wealthy, little things do not matter anymore. Heh, Mui go order more food. Friend and Brother Pawn wait here. Tab is on Mui today, Garnet. Eat until food spills out of ears of friend. Woo, Brother Pawn, coolest Nopon ever. Yeah! So expensive! The bill is... It is same amount as Mui earned as reward. How much did Moi eat? Moi black out halfway through from sheer joy. Memory foggy after course 17. This mean we are poor again, and Mui's still hungry. Yep, you'll just have to start over again. What? No! Being Blade way too scary. Mui not do more of that for a long time. So Moi has to give it back, all of it, every bite. Moi is genius inventioner, but that's simply not possible. More realistic for Mui to stop making impossible demands and just get job. Ah! Moi teach Brother Pawn to take that tone. I think you mean Mui teach Brother Pawn to take that tone? Because you're Mui talking to Moi? Whatever. Alright, no green left in the city. I suppose we can do one more Affinity mission before calling it a stream, especially because, well, no, there's two more left. Let's do the one with Alexa.
Tika's asked us to join a new Skell weapon test today. Something about a laser that can track targets burrowing underground. Kinda ruins the magic, right?
Yeah, weapons should be convenient and useful.
There's no talking to pragmatists. You and Tika would get along well.
Our tastes are certainly closer than yours. The ridiculously specific things you love have no general purpose use. Even our friend here seems to realize they're pointless.
Now hold on just a...
Sorry, Alexa. Today's test is canceled. The weapons test Camber's team was on went bad. We're still assessing the damage. They've all gone missing. And any clues were destroyed when the prototype blew.
Were they in their skulls at the time?
Yep, good question.
They were, as far as we know. Which means there's a good chance they survived.
Right!
But things went so wrong. We don't even know where they are now. Assuming the best, maybe optimistic.
I'm going to look for them. You'll come too, right?
Yep.
You got a good heart, you know that? With the two of us on the case, I'm sure we'll find them in no time. All right, whenever you're ready.
There won't be any tests for a while either way, so I won't stop you. Just be careful, okay? Both of you. That, and be prepared for the worst.
Okay, we're in Noctilum. Got it.
It's Mika's skull. Poor thing. Look at this damage. Mika! No. No! This can't be. She never told Camber how she felt. No.
Sure.
Yeah, she was. She was great. She was also grumpy and snarky and kind of crazy jealous. But she respected me. Like I did her. And we'd finally become friends. I can't just stand here crying. Mika would be furious. We need to have a look around. Judging from the debris, this accounts for 2 of the skulls. Yeah, I'm kind of a nut about this stuff, but you know that. These are Mika and Fernand's skulls. That means the other 2 members of the team may be okay. We need to hurry. I can't let things end like this.
So they were in their skulls when a weapon exploded or whatever. It clearly took out parts of Mika's skull, but Mika was in it at the time, and yet somehow she ended up under it. I don't see how that would happen. Okay, this isn't for the quest, but it is there. This isn't for the quest, but that is. Hey, Camber, you doing all right?
Camber! Are you alright?
It's an angel.
If you can still joke around, you'll live.
Yeah, my body's fine at least. Head's a little fuzzy though. Thanks for coming, Alexa. You too.
Do you know what happened to the others?
No.
The prototype exploded, right? Tell me about it.
Fernand tried to fire it at full charge, but something jammed. It wouldn't fire. The energy just kept building and it went critical, then blew. There was a bright light that swallowed up his skull. I was next to him. Then... Wait, is Mika okay? Alexa, if you know something, you have to tell me. Then you... Do you know? No. No! That's not... She didn't protect me! I protected her! How do I live while she dies? That's... It doesn't make sense.
You protected her, Camber?
Yeah. As soon as I saw the flash, I dove between Fernand and the other two. I guess the blast flung me all the way out here.
Really? Your skull looks pretty clean.
Yeah. The shockwave was massive, but the explosion itself wasn't huge. I'm lucky it was a beam weapon. If it were conventional explosives, I'd be dead.
Hey, wait a second. You notice anything odd about Camber's skull and the others?
Yeah, damage is different.
Exactly. I think that's significant. Yours was caught in the explosion, but it isn't burned. The skulls back at the test site were totally charred.
Meaning, what exactly?
I'm not sure yet. Let's go back there and take another look. We may find a clue.
Yeah, the reason I chose she died protecting you is because, I mean, like, her skull is clearly damaged and his wasn't, so...
Here, have a look. These are Mika and Fernand's skulls. His is like yours, Camber. Broken, but otherwise pretty clean.
That's a characteristic of the prototype weapon.
But look at Mika's. It's smoking and covered in bullet holes.
You're right.
Which means...
I mean, considering Hannah's skull isn't here.
Mika and Hana? That's crazy. I refuse to even consider that.
I agree. Mika wouldn't do that. I think the explosion drew the ganglions' attention.
Those bastards.
The girls had 2 damaged skulls, which would have made them easy prey.
So Mika's skull was destroyed. And Hana...
Shh.
What's wrong?
It's a ganglion skull. No, more than one. Moving slow.
How do you know?
I can hear them.
You know enemy skulls by their sound? You are obsessed.
Stay back! Mika!
She's still alive!
We have to help her.
Well then. But she was... Is this not Mika?
You're okay. Oh, thank heavens.
I'm glad to see you too, idiot. Really glad.
You two take cover. We've got more ganglion forces inbound.
It didn't have to be like this. I'll take the first shot.
Violence, make them count!
They're freaking out! Topple them with gunfire! I'll topple them! Thank you, Alexa. You saved my life.
I'm sorry we couldn't help Hannah or Fernand.
No. If anyone could have helped them, it was us.
He's right. Plus, you saved us. That's amazing enough. And we're grateful.
I think you've proven you're a lot more than just a skell nut.
Yeah, I'm a super skell nut. I should buy a cape.
What makes you love them so much?
When the whale was shot down and we all crashed here, a jet black skell saved my life. It shielded me from a hailstorm of bullets and gave me time to run. I don't know who was piloting it or what division they were from, but I loved skells from that moment on. And now it's my dream to save someone's life like that someday.
Yeah, Camber pilot's a jet black skell.
What? No, it wasn't Camber. No way. He's nowhere near good enough to move like that. That pilot was so precise.
Hey, I'm standing right here.
It was incredible how Camber shielded me from that blast, though. I was amazed.
There, see? That's the sort of experience that gives birth to a true skell nut.
Shouldn't it give birth to a true camber nut?
A normal person might think that, but...
No way! It's the skell that's amazing here. I'm not budging on this one.
All right. So that is another Affinity mission down. We've got one left that we can do without doing another chapter, but it's going to wait. We actually don't have a lot of green left either. But what green we do have is also going to wait. Because I don't got time to do more today, unfortunately. So we're just heading back to New LA. And then we are calling it a stream. Thanks for dropping by to watch. And I will be back on Tuesday with more Xenoblade Chronicles X. See you then, friends.